my Stampin' Studio. I'm Tina Rappy. One of the first things that I really noticed that caught my attention with the new annual catalog is the Forever Greenery Suite. And that features the Forever Fern stamp set, the Forever Flourishing dies, gorgeous paper, ribbons, and everything else. So I decided to create a class with it, and one of my most popular things that I've been doing lately is my Stampin' at Home class. You guys have been loving this, so it makes me feel really good. So I did create a class with that, but before I talk with that, I want to show you the card that we're going to be doing today, and this features the Forever Fern stamp set and some of the other products in the suite. So this is the card that I'm going to show you how to make today. And then I want to let you know about the Stampin' at Home class, the Forever Fern Stampin' at Home class. I've designed 4 cards, and I will have all of the supplies cut for you to make 2 of each of the cards. So that's going to be a total of 8 cards. You will also get the Forever Greenery set of embossing folders. You will get 1/3 of a package of the Forever Gold laser die cut specialty paper. You will get a package of the Forever Greenery ribbon combo. So it is some gold cording and some gorgeous ribbon. You will get a package of the metallic pearls, which is gold and silver both. And you will get a sponge dauber. All of that for just $50, and that does include a video tutorial on how to put it together, as well as a printed PDF. So all of that for you to work on at home at your leisure. The other things that you will need to complete it would be the Forever Fern stamp set and the dies. So if you don't have those already, you can add those to the class for an additional $63. So that's just the cost of the bundle plus shipping and tax, and I would send it all to you together. Yeah, so it's going to be a really fun class. A little further in this video, I'm going to show you all of the products that you get, and I'll give you just a tiny little sneak peek of the cards that we'll be making for that. But right now, let's jump on over to the stamp table, and let me show you how to make this card. So here's the card that I wanted to share with you today. This uses the Forever Fern stamp set and the Greenery embossing folder, as well as some other elements from the suite. So let's move this over here. So I'm starting out with a piece of Whisper White that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. You will find all the measurements for this on my blog. In this suite, there are the Greenery embossing folders, and I don't know how well you can see this here. I'll just put a piece of cardstock under there and maybe it shows up better. One of them has different flowers and leaves that will emboss, and this one has a leafy pattern. This is the one that we're going to use, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here and have it clear over. Whoops, let's get this. Clear over to one side. Now you can see how this part is sticking out. That's totally okay. I'm going to run this through the embossing machine. Okay, so then take it out of the embossing folder, and you can see how this side is embossed and right here it is not. So what I want to do next is I'm just taking a piece of, it's a piece of cardboard. It's the paper, the cardboard piece that comes out of a package of designer paper. And I am just laying it right over the embossed part, so this is the area that is not embossed. Then I have my Pretty Peacock ink and a sponge dauber, and what I want to do is get off some of the ink, start off of the paper, and just rub. I want a really light coating of the ink on here, and so I'm just going back and forth. And you can see now how this is covering up the embossed area because I don't want that part to get covered. Okay. And when you do sponging like this, you always want to tap it off first, because otherwise wherever you hit first, you're going to get a little round blob there. And that's why you want to keep this moving here. Okay, so we have that. And then next, I want to use this image from the Forever Fern stamp set. And let's move this in, and we're going to stamp this along here. And you'll notice that I stamped just a little bit on the edge, and that is totally fine. Okay, so we have that. And then I'm going to pull this off. So now you can see we have the embossed area, and we have this. Next, part of this suite are these lovely foil sheets. And there are 2 different sheets, and you get 3 each in a package. Okay, and so we're not going to use this part, but when you pull these off, you get this gold band around here. And so what I did right here, I used, let me get it here. I used what was left from that, and I just cut a piece that is 5 1/4 inches long. So let's get that ready here. This is going to go right here. So I'm going to grab my glue dots and put it on the back side here. And so this one I have not even cut off ahead of time, but I'm putting some glue dots. Whoops, now it's stuck on me. Can you tell I've been busy stamping? The easiest way to get that off that I have found is to wash my hair. That'll be happening a little later today, but for now, it's okay. Inky fingers means I've been busy. And let's get one more here. And about there. Okay, so I have my glue dots along there. I'm going to secure this down. Let's scoot that a little bit more. And then let me grab my scissors. All right, so we have that. Then next, let me get this stuff out of the way. Next I have a piece of Whisper White, and this measures 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. I'm going to get out the sponge dauber again and the ink pad, and we're going to sponge all over this again. So tap some of it off, start off the page, and then start going around. And I'm just going to keep turning this. And it just gives a really soft look to things. Okay, and I want that to blend a little bit more, so I'm going to pick up some more. And there we go. Okay, so that I like. Okay, next, from the foil sheets, these embellishments that I showed you, I'm going to grab the other sheet so you can see it. This is the other sheet in here, and what I did is I took this whole thing, which is a leafy image. Okay, so this is 3/4 of it. I cut it in half, then I cut it in half again, and this is what I end up with. And so this, I'm going to end up putting on here. But first, with that kind of in place, I'm going to use the same image that we already used, and I am going to stamp that around the edges here. Let's turn that. Okay, so we have that. And next, oh my gosh, I keep misplacing everything. I want to show you the new Stamp and Seal. So Snail, which is the adhesive of choice that we had before, is gone. Now they've come up with Stamp and Seal, which is a stronger stick, and it works great. And so with this, I'm going to put some on the back of this circular area here. And with this, you don't have to push real hard. You don't have to do the check mark thing. You just put it on there and you're good to go. Okay, and that's going to go in the corner like that. Okay. This then is getting mounted on a piece of Pretty Peacock, and that measures 2.5 by 2.5. Okay, set that aside. Then I have a piece of Whisper White that I have run through the die cutting machine using the Stitched Shapes dies, and this one is the second from the smallest circle. So it's this one right here. Okay. And on this, where'd my little hello go? Right here. Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to stamp hello. And then, close that. Then I have Pear Pizzazz. And I'm using this little image. And that is going to get stamped right over here, like that. Okay, that is all of the stamping that we have here on the outside of the card. I have a 2-inch circle that I have punched out with a 2-inch circle punch. This is going to mount flat on here, so you can see that there's just a little bit of a border. Then let's go ahead and start assembling. So I have Pretty Peacock cardstock. Got that folded in half. And so this first piece that we have prepped is going to go right on top. Like that. Then I've got my dimensionals. I'm going to put one in each corner here. Been doing all kinds of yard work and stuff, and so my fingernails have broken down to nothing, and getting dimensional covers off is hard. All right, and then this is going to go about right there. Okay, you can see that? And then here, this is going to go here so that it fits on that quarter of a circle. So on this area, I do not want any dimensionals, but on the other areas I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and take and put some of the adhesive there and grab maybe 2 more dimensionals, and we'll put one here and one there. Like that. And then I'm going to use some of the metallic pearls, and we're going to scatter a couple of these. Normally I would use my Take Your Pick tool. I have currently misplaced it. I've been creating a bunch of stuff, and so, oh my gosh, if you could see the rest of my room, you'd be surprised. So anyway, here is the card. So it uses the Forever Fern stamp set and many of the elements from that suite. I talked to you about the Forever Fern Stampin' at Home class that I am offering. If you have the new catalog, it starts on page 108, the Forever Greenery suite. And this class uses many of the products from this suite. So what you will get, and I'll show you just a tiny little taste of these are parts and pieces of the 4 cards that will be included in the class. And the class will include the makings for each of the 4 cards, and you'll make them each 2 times. So it's a total of 8 cards. And then in the class, you will get these things. So it is the Forever Gold laser cut specialty paper. Okay. The package comes with 3 sheets of this and 3 sheets of this. In this class, you will get a third of a package. So you will get this whole sheet and you will get this whole sheet. Okay, and we'll be using some of the elements of it for the cards in the class. You will also get a package of the Forever Greenery ribbon combo. And that includes this really pretty, very vanilla meshy ribbon that ties the most gorgeous little bows, and some of the gold foil or the gold ribbon cording that comes together in the ribbon combo pack. you will get a package of the metallic pearls, and in that it is the gold metallic and the silver metallic. You will also get the set of the Greenery embossing folders. Now, if you already have a set of the folders, then I will exchange it. You just have to let me know, and I will exchange it for your very own stamp and seal. And also in this class, you will get a sponge dauber. Okay, so you're going to get all of those things in the class, as well as the makings for these 4 cards that you'll do twice each. So again, it's the Forever Fern Stampin' at Home class. Those are all the things that you're going to get. You will need the Forever Fern stamp set and the Forever Flourishing dies. And what I have done here is showing you, these are all of the dies. These are the ones that have images that coordinate with it, and then these are the separate ones. We'll be using some of those on it, and you will also need the stamp set. So the class itself, including the parts for the 8 cards and these supplies that I showed you here, cost for that is $80, and that $50, and that includes priority shipping to you. Okay, if you do not already have the Forever Fern bundle, the stamp set and the dies, you can add that at the bundle price for an additional $63. That includes the shipping and the tax on that. So the class itself, $50, and the add-on, if you want, is here. And I will assume that you want the embossing folders unless you tell me otherwise that you have it. And if you do, I'll just swap it out for a stamp and seal adhesive for you. So I really hope that you were inspired today to do some stamping yourself. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my projects, then please subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button in red below the video if you're on YouTube. And if you're wanting to order any of the products, I'd so appreciate your business. So please shop my store at stampinstudio.com. Don't forget, the deadline for this class is coming up soon, so get signed up for that before it's too late. And thanks for taking a little time out of your day to spend with me today in my Stampin' Studio. So until we meet again, enjoy life, stamp something, and eat chocolate. Bye-bye.